Hey guys, I'm New Name Please, and I've been playing RuneScape for almost 15 years. While I love this game, I think the player base is one of the most divided in the gaming industry. If you aren't aware, RuneScape has two different versions of the game that you can play. One is an older version called Old School RuneScape, and the other is a new version often referred to as RuneScape 3. These two games split off in 2013 and ever since have left the community divided on which version you should play. In this series, I take a look at how the games have both inspired each other and why neither game is better than the other. They're just kind of different. Last time we took a look at items that originated in one version of the game but were made better when they were added to the other. This time, we'll be taking a look at items that are great in both games, but just differ slightly in how they are used. Now, before we get into that though, it's time for the shameless self-plugs. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as it really helps out. Don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when new episodes come out. Also, check out the Instagram and X link down below, where I'll announce what videos I plan to make later in the weeks. And anyways, I'll get right into it. The first item I wanted to talk about are defenders, which are probably one of the most recognized items in all of RuneScape. If you have ever played the game at one point or another, one of your goals was probably to get a defender. All the way back to the days before the game split, defenders were the only way to get some sort of offhand weapon to wield, especially for melee combat. In old school RuneScape, this is still the case, and defenders are only used with the melee combat style. You can get the bronze through dragon defenders in the Warriors Guild in Berthope by killing Cyclops. There is a higher tier defender called the Avernic Defender, which is made by using the Avernic hilt on a dragon defender. The hilt is a reward from Raids 2, which is commonly called the Theater of Blood. That's its actual name. But despite having offhand weapons in RuneScape 3, defenders are actually still pretty commonly used, as they offer the best of both worlds, allowing to use your defensive abilities and still deal some sort of damage with your offhand weapon. If you are learning the combat style, they can be a great set of training wheels, as they allow you to learn to add defensive abilities into your rotation without having to practice switching. They are even used as shields by some high-level players so that your DPS doesn't drop when switching to defensive abilities. Unlike in old-school RuneScape though, they are not limited to just the melee combat style, as there are ones for all three combat styles. To get them, you must first go to the Warriors Guild and get the classic bronze through dragon defender by still killing Cyclops. Once you have acquired the Dragon Defender, this is where the real fun can begin. With the Dragon Defender in your inventory, you must proceed to the barrows, and when looting the chest, you will have a chance at getting a corrupt sigil. You can then use the sigil on any of the barrows weapons to get a defender matching the combat style of that weapon. The ranged defender, unfortunately, does still require you to use bolt racks. However, if you take this new defender, commonly called a corrupt defender, to Nex and have one in your inventory, you will then get a chance to get an ancient emblem drop, which when combined with a chaotic splint from the dungeoneering store, can be used to make a level 80 defender of any combat style. Finally, if you take one of these defenders to the Calphite King, you will again get a chance to receive a type of hilt called the Perfect Chitin, which you can combine with one of the level 90 offhands to make a level 90 defender. It is important to note that magic defenders are called rebounders and ranged defenders are called reprisers, But honestly, each one has a unique name anyways, so many players don't call them that. While defenders are great in both versions of the game, they are definitely more straightforward in old school RuneScape than RuneScape 3. The next item, being Saradomin Brews, are basically the exact same in both games. The only way that they differ is the amount that they heal. In RuneScape 3, they heal a flat 1000 HP, whereas in old school RuneScape, they heal up to 16 HP based off of your HP level. In both games, they will drain your attack, strength, ranged, and magic levels while boosting your defense level. They are also one of the few foods in both games that allow you to heal over your maximum HP level, and once again in both games, can be eaten on the same tick as other sources of food such as fish or meat to allow you to heal a massive amount in an instant. The only way that they differ is how players deal with the stat drain, where in RuneScape 3, you can avoid it completely by having an overload boost active, or in both games, you can drink a super restorer to restore your stats to their maximum levels. In RuneScape 3, there is also a Super Saradomin Brew, but the only difference between this and the regular one is that it heals 2,000 instead of 1,000. Saradomin Brews also aren't where the similarities of food end. Both games have an overpowered fish that will heal a player over max health just like a brew. And when I show you both of these, you will realize just how close their designs are and how you can see they were designed off each other. Those being the anglerfish and the rocktail in RuneScape 3. Just take a look at them. They're nearly identical in design. In old school RuneScape, the anglerfish heals for 22 HP and allows you to overheal like I stated before. Whereas in RuneScape 3, the rocktail heals for 2,300 HP. But it is important to note that in RuneScape 3, HP is multiplied by 100. So if we put it in terms of old school RuneScape, it heals 23, or just one more than an anglerfish. These fish are amazing, and while it was first released in RuneScape 3, I personally don't think you can say that one is better than the other. Well, with that, we have reached the end of the video. What do you guys think? Are there items that I missed? Are these items equally useful in both games, or do you think one stands out more than the other? Are there any other items you would like me to discuss in future episodes of this series? Make sure to let me know down in the comments, and once again, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Once again, I am New Name, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.